Dear colleagues, today we are going to talk about very important thing, lesson planning. What are the steps of lesson planning? First, we have source. What do we mean by source? Source refers to the source of you get your information from. The source you get your information from, such as educational website, educational channels, libraries, and so on. Number two, checking homework. Homework can contain unfinished tasks which may not be completed of time of period and can be a kind of remedial work for weak student and can be kind of revision. Anyhow, you check homework collectively and early. What about the third step? Objectives. We have three kinds of objectives. We have cognitive, we have psychomotor, we have affective. Cognitive refers to knowledge. Psychomotor refers to skills. Affective refers to values, ethics, morals, and so on. And there are 5 conditions of objective. In the word SMART, the objective must be specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, time. For example, I say by the end of the lesson, a student will be able to name, describe, classify, combine, range, write, judge, rearrange, carry out, differentiate, and so on. So the verb should be measurable. What about the fourth thing? Strategy. The teacher can select any strategy for teaching his lesson. For example, we have this strategy, testing, teaching, testing. We have that strategy, presentation, practice, production. What about the fifth step? Warm up. What's the importance of warm up? Or what? Why is warm up important? It's used for getting students ready for the new lesson. Number 1. Number 2, it's a kind of diagnostic assessment. You want to know how much information students have acquired before coming to your class. Now, we have presentation step. It's very important. We focus on vocab and structure or grammar. How can we present our vocab? We can give the students some words and the students are going to predict the topic. We can give the students the topic and the students are going to tell us about the words suitable for the topic. And even students can be asked to describe pictures or something like that. What about grammar? As we said in a separate session, grammar can be taught in many ways, such as inductive, deductive, and in context. So this will be in separate session. What about the 7th stage or step? We have practice. We are going to practice the lesson. We have 3 kinds of practice. We have control, we have less control, we have free practice. What's the difference between the 3? Controlled means the exercises already in your book and workbook. The same exercises in your book. Less control, similar exercises to those in the book or workbook or activity book. Free practice, you go further than the book. I mean, you are going to, students are asked to act out a dialogue, retell a story, or act a fall, and so on. What about the last step? Production. This is called evaluation. You are going to know whether you have achieved your objectives or not. Have you achieved have you achieved the objective? Yes, this is the question. This is the most important thing. You are going to set some questions based on the specification of the exam. This is these are the steps of lesson planning in brief, and I'm going to tell you all the steps in detail. Thanks a lot. Goodbye.